The Birmingham Triple Crown was definitely the race that Chase Sexton needed, and coming out of it, he is now only 8 points back of Cooper Webb in the overall championship with what, 7 rounds to go. So he actually improved. The last Triple Crown, obviously, he knew he didn't need the win in the third race for the overall, went for it anyways, crashed, and then we all know what happened from that one. This one, race three, Cooper Webb actually had a good start, ended up passing him, and Sexton was smart enough to say, you know what, I don't need to throw this one away. I'm happy with where I am. But the only thing he did bad all night long was probably this. And it's not that it was a super hard crash, it was not that it was super aggressive or whatever. It's the fact of who it was on. Jason Anderson, obviously, not exactly somebody you want to have as a enemy, non-ally, a a potential problem for a championship run. And yes, obviously, I think Anderson has mellowed a little bit in the last few years, and I think correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but he's on probation or something like that from the takeout he did from Barsha a few rounds ago. So maybe this won't affect him. Maybe this will be one of those things that just kind of happened and everyone moves on along from it. But it's just, of all the people you want to take out, or of all the people you want to make angry, I would say Sexton is, or Anderson is definitely not one of the guys, even at this point, being maybe a little more mellowed. It's all you need is that one race where, hey, he's, right behind you and he can go for a pass and he might just push you off track. And that makes you lose instead of one position, maybe 5 or 6 or 7. All you need is that one little thing. And with only a few rounds to go, obviously, if Cooper Webb, puts it on the podium, which he more than likely is going to be honest, in most of these rounds, Sexton has to finish in front of him in every single one. He has, like, the job is simple. Finish in front of Cooper Webb, finish as best as you possibly can in every single race, and maybe win that championship. I mean, he looked more than fast enough in the Triple Crown. I mean, he was just incredibly fast in all 3 races. So I don't think he really needs any pushing. Let's be honest about that. He just needs to not be Chase Sexton, not have a stupid crash, not throw away a win, not have any of the problems that he's had in the last few years where he just decides, whatever, oops. But it's just going to be one of those things that I just don't get it, man. Of all the people, and I believe somewhere I read, like, he didn't even, supposedly didn't mean to even make contact with Anderson. We do have a quote from him saying, "It was just hard to pass in general everywhere else. I think with all the 90-degree turns, like on the edges of the stadium. And then also the rhythm sections, you couldn't really push through to gain a lot of time to get next to into the turns. So I think the best part for me on the track was after the triple. I would jump that single and hit miss the wall, at least for the first 2 mains, and then I would just open up that turn and I carry a lot of momentum. And then get to the left of the guy in front of me, and the first pass on Jason, I didn't really want to make contact, but I showed a wheel the lap before, kind of knowing like, I'm going to try and pass you here. And then the next lap, I went for the pass, and he obviously, I don't know if he knew I was coming, but cut down and came together with me. So then made the same pass on Aaron, but yeah, it was kind of my only passing spot on the track. Now, obviously, I don't think, again, it was the worst pass in the world. It wasn't super aggressive. He didn't hard chop the front like wheel. It was kind of one of those things that, like, you made a pass. It's just going to be, for the next 7 rounds, are you going to be in a position where Jason Anderson has the position on you to, let's have a little bit of revenge. Not exactly the hardest thing in the world, but we'll see what goes on. Like I said, he needs to run good for the next 7 rounds or whatever it's going to be and beat Cooper Webb every single race, and we all know Cooper Webb is very good in the long run, very good overall, and has very little issue with making the little mistakes that Chase Sexton does. So if this is one of those things that is going to come back to bite him in the ass, well, who knows? But whatever it is, comment down below, tell me what you think while you're down there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do because it really just helped me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.